3 places, 38th in the latest FIFA Men's World Ranking announced on Wednesday, following a month in which the Super Eagles played 2 competitive fixtures. Now, of course, the ranking update, which covered 149 national team outings worldwide since the previous release, reflects Nigeria's 4-1 victory over Gabon and the 1-1 draw with DR Congo that it ended in a 4-3 penalty defeat in the African playoff. Despite the heartbreak of missing out on the 2026 World Cup, those results were sufficient to nudge the Super Eagles up the table. Nigeria's new points total stands at a very considerable moment as the country places 5th among Africa's nations behind Morocco, Senegal, Egypt and Algeria. Toyosi, you were shouting, we didn't listen to you. You were very, very critical of the Super Eagles. I was still having this hope that something could come up. After that defeat against Congo, I had to remind myself, but Toyosi did warn us that...
No, but by being critical, did not mean I didn't want them to qualify.
No, you were very, very, you were critical of the fact that these guys are not prepared for the big stage. Let's stop gassing them up. That was your narrative. Yeah. And a lot of us really doubted you, and we want to apologize officially.
There's no need for that.
Absolutely. I am so...
There's no joy.
I
don't derive joy in the fact that Nigeria will be missing out on the World Cup again.
The painful part is, Osimhen out of the squad just shows that we are spineless without that man. Why?
Don't forget, since Eric Schell came, 14 games now he has managed, 2 draws, 10 wins. Fantastic. And that was also what reflected on the rankings, where we had to move from 41 to 38. Yeah? What else? Eric Schell has also proved that in as much as I want to be lenient with him and give him the kudos, that he has done better than the previous 2 managers we've had during the World Cup qualifier. He's been the best, picked up more points, taking us further, giving us a second chance through the playoffs. But it still shows they've not been able, he has done the same thing as his predecessors, which is not been able to address the core problem of the Super Eagles. Aside from Victor Osimhen, don't forget the fact that we're even given a second chance was because Victor Osimhen came to the party and started scoring goals. He scored a hat-trick against Benin Republic, scored few goals here and there. In fact, in all these qualifiers, 40% of the goals we've scored has come from Victor Osimhen. 40% of that, that's crazy. I'm telling you. That's to show you that the over-dependence on Victor Osimhen is so evident. Everybody can see. If you can take out Victor Osimhen, that's why if you notice, the first time he got injured was against Rwanda. They were after him. They made sure he got injured and he was taken off before halftime. After that, we were down to nothing. We didn't do anything again. We couldn't even muster shot on target or create any chance. If Victor Osimhen is not up top, our midfielders cannot create enough to find him, or even our wingers do anything else to support him in terms of scoring goals. Well,
let's not break Nigerians' heart further with this conversation. Before we go off from this topic, why did Ademola Lookman crash out so bad just because of a tribulation at Atalanta? He couldn't even overcome it to get himself back into form.
Mark, it's never easy for footballers.
How?
Trust me, this is one guy who...
He's the CAF African Footballer of the Year.
It doesn't matter.
That should be your motivation.
Oh, come on, you're human. You're not a robot. You're not AI.
I understand. Too. Look, maybe because I'm a man.
Do you know that he's a man too?
That's what I'm saying.
And he has proven to be a man countless times.
But that award should be something that should spur him.
The award,
at least.
No, the award was for what he did, the exploit he did the season before. Now you have to do it all over again. It's never, not everybody is Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. You have to do it every season. Now, the first thing is, after overcoming the old problem from England, and then that Fulham penalty, you went to Italy and made a name for yourself. You did well for Atalanta. You won the Euro League for them, the Europa League for them. For the first time in a long time that Atalanta will win the Europa League, the first African to score a hat-trick. And you know what happened with him, the whole controversy here and there. He's only just trying to find his feet. He's only just trying to find a permanent place for him where he can enjoy his football.
Thank you very much. We're not going to the World Cup.
That's the bottom line,
Spain claims automatic qualification to the World Cup and equaled a European record despite drawing 2-2 with Turkey in Seville. Now, let's look at that particular game quickly before we go to Euros, because time is not our friend right here. I saw the comeback between Norway and Italy. I saw the comeback between Ireland and the European team they play with now. Hungary. Look, I am telling you that there's a whole lot of surprises coming through in this World Cup. And I love the fact that these teams that look barren are beginning to fire around now.
You're not even surprised that Italy would have to go through the playoff to qualify. And they might not just qualify. If they do not, it's going to be 3 times on the bounce. 2018, 2022 and 2024. I'm happy for Norway, first time qualifying since 1998. Erling Haaland scored a goal in every game. So
all right, Arsenal and Bukayo Saka are progressing in talks over a new long-term contract at the Emirates Stadium. There is no agreement between the player and the club currently, but discussions have been described as positive, and there is a willingness from all parties to come to a resolution. The 24-year-old England international's current Arsenal deal will expire in the summer of 2027.